Ladies and gentlemen, there comes a moment in life when you've got to make a choice, a real decision to stop living in what was and start living in what can be. There comes a time when you've cried enough tears, replayed enough memories, and asked why, one too many times. That moment is not tomorrow. That moment is now. It's time to get over it. You've been carrying that pain long enough. You've been walking around with that anger, that betrayal, that disappointment like it's a badge of honor, but it's not. It's a burden, and if you don't release it, it will keep you from everything your future has waiting for you. Listen, I know what it feels like to be hurt. I know what it's like to be lied to, left behind, overlooked, abandoned, abused. I know the sting of betrayal and the ache of heartbreak, but I also know what it feels like to keep replaying it over and over in your mind, thinking it'll somehow make it easier. It doesn't. It only keeps you stuck. You can't drive forward while looking in the rearview mirror. You keep wondering why progress feels impossible, why peace won't stay. It's because you're dragging the past into every new opportunity. You're still living through what happened, when what you need is to learn from it, grow from it, and get over it. Not because it didn't matter, not because it didn't hurt, but because you matter more. Your destiny is too great. Your calling is too significant. Your time is too valuable to waste it in bitterness, in blame, in regret. Getting over it doesn't mean you're weak. It means you're wise. It means you realize that staying angry doesn't punish the person who hurt you. It punishes you. It poisons your joy, your vision, your relationships. Resentment is like drinking poison and expecting someone else to suffer. It doesn't work, so it's time to forgive, not because they deserve it, but because you do. You deserve peace. You deserve clarity. You deserve to be free from the weight of what they did. You deserve to heal. And healing isn't just about letting go of the person, it's about letting go of the story. The story that says you're broken, that says you're not enough, that says you're damaged, that story is not your truth. The truth is you are still here. You are still standing. You have survived every single thing that was meant to break you. And now it's time to do more than survive. It's time to live. It's time to love again, to believe again, to dream again. But you can't rise while you're holding on to what's dragging you down. So let it go. Cry if you need to, write it out, scream it out, feel every ounce of it, but don't stay there. Don't build a home in your hurt. Visit, reflect, but then move forward, because your future is too bright to keep living in yesterday. You were not created to be a prisoner of your past. You were born to break through. You were born to build, to become, to blaze a trail, and I don't care what they did. I care what you do now. I care about your comeback. I care about your freedom. I care about the greatness still locked inside of you, but it can't get out if you stay stuck in what was. So today, draw the line, make the choice, declare with power, it happened, but it's not going to hold me anymore. Say it loud. It's time to get over it, and I'm ready. Because I wasn't born to stay stuck, I was born to soar, and so were you. Let me know if you'd like this formatted for a live stage delivery, voiceover script, or social clip. You can't move forward while holding on to what hurt you. That's the truth that sets you free, but only if you're willing to accept it. You can't step into your next chapter while clinging to the pain of your last one. You can't claim a new future while dragging the weight of an old wound. See, life has a direction. It moves forward, but some people are stuck, not because they don't have talent, not because they lack opportunity, but because they refuse to let go of what broke them. Holding on to the pain doesn't protect you, it paralyzes you. You're holding on to the betrayal, thinking it'll keep you from being blindsided again. You're holding on to the words they said, replaying them like a broken record, thinking that if you don't forget, you'll stay strong. But the truth is, you're not staying strong, you're staying stuck. That pain you keep holding on to has become a prison. It's wrapped itself around your mind, your choices, your dreams. And while you're guarding yourself from more hurt, you're also guarding yourself from healing. You want to move forward, But every time you take a step, that pain pulls you back like chains on your soul. You start to believe you're not enough because of what they did. You start to sabotage new blessings because of old trauma. You start pushing away the very things that could set you free because you're still living in survival mode. And I get it, what happened to you was real. It hurt, it was unfair. You didn't deserve it. But if you're not careful, you'll let what someone did then decide who you become now. You'll let the wound define your worth. You'll let the memory become your identity. And that's not who you were created to be. You were created to grow through what you go through. You were created to rise, to heal, to transform. But you cannot become your highest self while holding hands with your pain. You've got to be willing to release it. Not because it didn't happen, not because you're excusing it, but because you refuse to let it control you any longer. There is no progress without release. You can't grab hold of the future while your hands are full of the past. You've got to drop the baggage, let go of the anger, let go of the guilt, let go of the self-blame, let go of the shame, not because it didn't hurt, but because it's hurting you now more than it ever hurt you then. And here's something nobody tells you. Letting go doesn't mean forgetting. It means forgiving yourself for carrying it so long. It means choosing your peace over your pride. It means saying, I deserve to be free. Because freedom isn't found in holding on, it's found in releasing. Your dreams are too important. Your calling is too high. Your destiny is too powerful to let the past keep whispering in your ear. You've got to silence those voices. You've got to reclaim your narrative. You've got to say, yes, that happened. Yes, it hurt, but it no longer has the power to define me. You've got something inside of you that pain can't erase, and it's time to access it. It's time to stop looking backward and start reaching forward. It's time to stop surviving and start thriving. And that starts with one bold decision: let it go. Because every step forward will require you to leave something behind. Leave behind the bitterness. Leave behind the story that says you're broken. Leave behind the fear that it might happen again. You can't move forward while holding on to what hurt you. But the moment you release it, truly release it, you'll feel something shift. You'll feel lighter. You'll see clearer. You'll move faster. Because the real you was never meant to be stuck in the pain. The real you was born to move, to grow, to win. So drop it and walk into your freedom. Because what's ahead of you is too valuable to be delayed by what's behind you. It's time to let go and grow forward. Healing doesn't mean forgetting, it means freeing yourself. People think that in order to heal, they have to forget. That if they move on, it means what happened didn't matter. That if they let go, it means they're letting someone off the hook. But healing has nothing to do with pretending it never happened. Healing doesn't ask you to erase your memory, it asks you to change your relationship with the memory. You see, pain that's not processed becomes pain that's recycled. If you don't heal it, you carry it. And if you carry it long enough, it becomes part of how you see yourself, how you treat others, how you trust, how you show up in your own life. But the moment you choose to heal, truly heal, you begin the process of freeing yourself from the grip that pain had on your identity. You can remember and still be free. You can recall what happened, who said what, who hurt you, and still be whole. Healing is not about denial. It's about redemption. It's about saying, yes, that happened. Yes, it hurt. But it no longer defines me. It no longer controls me. It no longer steals my peace. Because let me tell you something, peace is priceless, and when you're holding on to bitterness, resentment, anger, guilt, you're paying for it with your joy, with your sleep, with your self-worth, with your future. And at some point, you've got to stop letting pain keep charging you for something it already took. You've got to look that pain in the face and say, you don't get to live here anymore. Not in my mind. Not in my body, not in my spirit, not in my story. You've lived in this space long enough. You've made enough noise. You've robbed me long enough. and now it's my time. It's time for me to be free, free to love again, free to believe again, free to show up fully without apology, free to dream without fear, free to move forward without chains around my soul. But listen, healing isn't easy. It's not a straight road. It doesn't always feel good. Sometimes it means going back into the room where the pain lives. Sometimes it means having conversations you never wanted to have. Sometimes it means grieving the version of yourself you had to become just to survive. Sometimes it means letting go of people you thought would be with you forever. But freedom is worth it, because every step you take toward healing is a step back toward yourself, back to your power, back to your voice, back to your joy. Healing means giving yourself permission to matter. It means saying, I am worthy of peace. I am worthy of love. I am worthy of healing, even if the person who hurt me never apologizes, never admits it, never makes it right. That's the thing. Healing doesn't require anyone else to change. It only requires you to say, I'm done carrying this. It's not your job to fix what they broke. It's not your job to rewrite their story. It's your job to reclaim your own. So no, healing doesn't mean forgetting. It means remembering without reliving. It means honoring your past without being imprisoned by it. It means taking the bricks they threw and building something better. You are not what happened to you. You are not the trauma. You are not the scar. You are the one who survived, and now you're the one who's rising. So stand in your healing, own your freedom, speak your truth. And stop waiting for someone else to set you free. You already hold the key. It's in your hands. It's in your heart. It's in your voice that says, I don't have to forget. But I do have to forgive, not for them, for me, because I'm done living in a story that keeps me small. I'm ready to be free. Your past may have shaped you, but it doesn't have to define you. Some of you are living in a story that's too small for who you really are. You've allowed your past, the pain, the mistakes, the failures, the labels to become the blueprint for your life. You've allowed who you used to be or what you went through to dictate who you believe you can become. But let me tell you something, you are not your past. You are not your pain. You are not your lowest moment. Yes, your past may have shaped you. It may have influenced the way you think, the way you walk, the way you love, the way you protect yourself. But it does not have the authority to define your future unless you give it permission. You don't owe your past your future. You don't have to keep building your life on top of broken memories. See, the past is supposed to be a lesson, not a life sentence. It's supposed to teach you, not trap you. It's supposed to inform your growth, not limit your worth. But too many people are wearing the past like a name tag. Hi, I'm abandoned. Hi, I'm not good enough. Hi, I'm a failure. No, you're not. You're a human being who went through something. That's it. That experience shaped you, yes. But now it's time for you to shape what happens next. You don't have to be who you were. You get to change. You get to evolve. You get to rewrite the story. Every day you wake up with breath in your body and purpose in your heart. You've got the power to become someone stronger, wiser, more loving, more powerful than the person who survived that pain. And let's be real, you did survive. You made it. That dark chapter didn't destroy you. It might have bruised you, yes, it might have slowed you down, but it didn't stop you. And if it didn't stop you, then don't you dare give it permission to define you. You are not the divorce, you are not the addiction, you are not the abuse, you are not the bankruptcy, you are not the trauma, you are not the mistake. You are a walking, breathing, living example of what it means to rise. And rising doesn't mean forgetting what happened. It means refusing to be limited by it. It means saying, yes, that was a part of my journey, but it's not the whole story. It means you take the lessons, the grit, the strength, and you use it to build a future that reflects the truth of who you really are. Not the wounded version of you, not the angry version of you, not the scared version of you. But the version of you that was buried under all that pain, the version that still believes, still dreams, still fights, still hopes, That version of you is ready to come forward. But you've got to stop bowing down to the past. Stop replaying it. Stop explaining it. Stop using it as an excuse to stay small. Stop using it to justify why you haven't started, haven't healed, haven't moved forward. Because the only thing your past should be doing is preparing you, not preventing you. You are not here to repeat cycles, you are here to break them. You are not here to suffer in silence, you are here to speak, to shine, to soar. You are not here to stay stuck, you are here to rise up and take your life back. So don't let that past version of you keep running the show. Don't let that old pain keep writing your script. Stand up, speak up, rewrite the story, and this time make yourself the hero. You've come too far to go back now. You've cried too many tears to stay stuck in the same chapter. It's time to close that book and start a new one, not one shaped by pain, but one led by purpose, because your past may have shaped you, but it has no right to define you. Only you can do that, and you've still got more to write. Resentment is a prison, forgiveness is the key. Holding on to resentment is like building a cage with your own hands, locking yourself inside it and tossing the key just out of reach. And the person you're mad at, they're not the ones trapped, you are. You're the one replaying the betrayal. You're the one having silent arguments in your head. You're the one waking up heavy, angry, tired not from physical work, but from the emotional weight of what someone else did to you. You don't get peace by punishing someone in your mind. You get peace by releasing yourself from the bond their actions created. And I know what you're thinking, but they don't deserve forgiveness. Let me ask you this: do you deserve to be free? Because that's what forgiveness is. It's not about the other person. It's not about saying what they did was okay. It's not about pretending it didn't hurt. It's about saying, I will no longer carry this pain as if it belongs to me. When you carry resentment, you carry the past on your back, in your heart, and in your decisions. You start distrusting people who had nothing to do with the original wound. You start closing your heart to love, your mind to opportunity, your spirit to healing. You think you're protecting yourself, but you're only limiting yourself. Resentment doesn't protect, it poisons. It poisons your perspective. It poisons your joy. It clouds your vision with the smoke of what happened back then. And while you're sitting there reliving it, feeding it, watering it, life is passing you by. See, some of you are waiting for an apology. But what if it never comes? What if the people who hurt you never admit it, never own it, never care? What if they've already moved on while you're still stuck in the memory of what they did? You don't need their apology to heal. You need your decision. A decision to say, I choose me. I choose peace. I choose power. I choose to be free from the shackles of what you did. And listen, forgiveness is not weakness. It's not rolling over. It's not letting people walk all over you. Forgiveness is strength. Forgiveness is power. Forgiveness is saying, I'm not giving you another ounce of my energy. I'm reclaiming my mind. I'm reclaiming my emotions. I'm reclaiming my life. Because the more you hold on to resentment, the more you let the wound stay open. And an open wound can't heal. It festers, it spreads, and before you know it, that pain doesn't just affect you, it affects everyone around you. Your family, your friendships, your future, your faith. But when you forgive, truly forgive, you begin the process of releasing all of that. You cut the cord. You open the cage. You walk out of the prison, not because you were rescued, but because you finally realized you had the key the entire time. You say, this bitterness will not live in my heart. This anger will not make decisions for me. This pain will not write the next chapter of my life. And let me tell you, when you forgive, something shifts inside of you. A lightness comes over you. Your soul breathes again. You stop being controlled by what was and start stepping into what can be. Yes, they hurt you. Yes, they broke your trust. Yes, they left you bleeding. But they don't get the last word. You do, and your last word can be freedom. Your last word can be peace. Your last word can be healing, because forgiveness isn't about fixing the past. It's about freeing the future. So today, if you're tired of being bitter, tired of carrying the pain, tired of giving your energy to people who don't deserve a seat in your mind, then it's time to do the bravest thing you'll ever do. Let it go, not for them, for you. Because resentment is a prison, and forgiveness is your key to freedom. You were not meant to carry the weight of your wounds forever. There's a point where what hurt you becomes what's holding you. A moment when the pain that once gave you a reason to survive now becomes the reason you're stuck. You weren't created to carry trauma like luggage, dragging it into every conversation, every relationship, every dream. That pain served a purpose. It woke you up. It taught you lessons. It gave you strength, but it was never meant to be a permanent part of who you are. You were meant to heal from it, not live inside it. Some people walk around like emotional pack mules, carrying the weight of everything they've been through: childhood pain, betrayal, rejection, abandonment, failure, shame. And they wonder why they're tired, wonder why they can't breathe, wonder why happiness feels so far away. It's because every step forward is being fought against the gravity of what they refuse to put down. You've got to release it. That doesn't mean you ignore it. That doesn't mean you pretend it didn't happen. That doesn't mean you slap on a fake smile and act like you're okay when you're not. It means you make the choice to process it, feel it, learn from it, and then let it go. Because your life is not meant to be one long reaction to the things that broke you. Your story is not meant to end where the pain began. But healing won't come while you're still identifying with the wound. You can't keep saying, "I'm the one who was hurt," and expect to live like someone who's whole. At some point, you've got to shift the narrative. You've got to say, "I went through it, yes, but I'm not it. I am more than what happened to me. There is more to you than the scars you wear. There is more to you than the silence you endured, more to you than the tears you cried in private, more to you than the people who left, the ones who lied, the moments that felt like the end. That pain may have shaped you, but it is not the sum total of who you are. You are a survivor, yes, but more than that. You're a creator, a builder, a rebuilder, a visionary. You're not just here to overcome, you're here to transform. But you can't do that while you're still holding on to every wound like it's your identity. Some of you have made your pain your home. You've become comfortable with it, familiar, because letting it go means you have to step into the unknown. It means learning how to live without the weight. And that can be scary, but guess what? Peace is waiting for you there. Joy is waiting. Wholeness is waiting. That lightness you've been craving is on the other side of the weight you won't put down. You were never meant to carry it forever. You were meant to lay it down, to be free, to move without dragging the past behind you, to stand tall, breathe deep, and walk in your purpose with nothing clinging to your back. There is strength in your story, yes, but the strength isn't in the suffering. It's in your decision to no longer be defined by it. Let it be part of your journey, not your chain. Let it inform your wisdom, not limit your worth. Let it deepen your compassion, not rob your joy. There comes a time when healing has to become a priority, when your peace matters more than your pride, when your future becomes more important than your frustration. And that time is now. You don't have to keep carrying what broke you. You don't have to keep proving how much it hurt. You don't have to keep bleeding for people who never cared. You deserve rest. You deserve lightness. You deserve to rise up, unburdened, unchained, unshaken by the shadows of what used to be. Because your life is not meant to be built on broken pieces, it's meant to be built on purpose. So stop carrying what life is asking you to release. Put it down, stand up, and walk forward, not with the weight of your wounds, but with the power of your wholeness. You were not meant to carry it forever. You were meant to heal, and now it's your time.